Thank you guys for being here today. Uh, say it again. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. First off, I know everybody's going to ask. First, is CJ not throwing again? There's no concerns with CJ. It's just general soreness. We're taking extra precaution with him, but he'll be good to go. No concerns on my end there. Really excited the way our guys are working and competing out at practice. When you see a good team, what excites me is you're seeing both sides make plays. Offense, defense, there's a lot of back and forth, guys making plays. So really excited to see where our team are here in our second week of practicing. They're really growing, developing, taking the steps we need to take, and it's fun to watch. No, I said for CJ, it'll be, like I said, he has general soreness, and we're just taking extra precaution with him. When he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go.
Did he have any work on his shoulder in the offseason?
That's it for CJ, guys. On the questions, that's it. What I said, that's it for him. Like, it's general soreness, and we're taking extra precaution with him. We're not gonna rush him into anything. He'll be fine when the moment is for him to be ready to go. He'll be ready to go.
Your timetable now that you're in OTAs, going into mandatory next week. Is this in your profile where you think you should be, or where you think you ought to be, or right now you just want to see what you got?
Yeah, for our entire process throughout the OTAs, for me, the mini camp doesn't change anything. Like, it's still the same process. Can you see continued growth from the guys? And it just reminds me of last year, like some rookies, like Kamari and Kalen, watching them last year in these settings, watching how they competed, watching how their impact showed instantly. They showed up, they were making plays, and you see how those guys perform throughout the season. So I think we have a similar situation this year with some of the rookie wide receivers and Noel and Higgins, just seeing their immediate impact on our offense, the plays that they're making, like seeing the way they work, the way they compete. I'm hoping that translates to the season as well. Similar to Kamari and Kalen, I think Jalen and Jaden are two guys who can really help us out this year. I'm working, man. Did I do a good job there? Nobody has any more questions, huh?
What about
All
the
right.
rookie years today? Have you seen from him so far? I mean, I know it's early, but just how's he look?
Ariante, he's looking better now. He got a haircut. The Houston Heat made him cut his hair, but he's doing a really good job of just being dialed in. Like, he's getting extra work in with Cole. They're doing a great job of working with him. He's a rookie he's figuring it out. I can see growth, can see him be better on some of his protection set. We asked him to work more inside out and to see him take that coaching point and put it into action the next day. That's all you can ask for in these settings. Can a guy take the coaching and apply it in a quick manner? And Ariante has done that, and that just leads me to believe that he'll continue to do that no matter what problems or issues he faces. He can take the coaching, he can apply it, he's going to get better from it.
You have really high expectations for rookies. From your perspective, is there certain position groups that are easier to make an impact as a rookie and some that are harder, or is it just individual?
Every position has its own set of challenges. When it comes to expectations, nobody can exceed low expectations. So for me, it's always about having high expectations. That's why we do what we do. We're in the top of the top when it comes to sports. NFL is the best of the best. So if you want to compete, you want to improve each day, you show up and work the right way. You follow Will Anderson, you follow Kamari, like you follow Petrie, Stingley, those guys. Like, you're gonna improve and you're gonna figure it out.
When you look at the transition, just in the early stages, what have you noticed about Blake Fisher?
I can barely hear you, but
Blake Fisher, how do you feel about his transition from last offseason to what you've seen going into this?
Blake he's been dialed in. Blake is doing a good job. He's getting work at left tackle, right tackle, but I think he's handling it really well. Also, a guy thing with Blake, we're working on pad level. Like, can he work really good pad level, work with good knee bend, and be in a great position to protect? And that's been a challenge for him, and we're continuing to challenge him on that, and he's accepting it, and he's doing a really good job of improving daily.
Take a couple more.
What did you see from him last season, and what growth are you seeing this spring from him?
Yeah, from Tim last offseason, it was a big challenge for him, just getting the weight down, getting in shape, getting ready to go. Now he's in shape. He's able to stay out there. be able to take the coaching from Coach Rod, who's doing a great job, and now you can work on those finer details. With Tim, one thing we're challenging him on to get better is his explosive hands. Like, how can he play with explosive hands and get on and off blocks, disengage the right way, and Tim is doing a good job with that.
With Ronald Darby,
We'll take these two. Last year, I think they were more coach bars. You guys are that good last year. Some of the things you challenge them on to get better as they get better.
From the guys last year, when you look at, I talked about Kalen and Kamari, the cool thing about them is, and I hardly had to coach Kamari because he showed up with just this extreme work ethic, this mindset that he was the best guy out there. So when you get guys and you scout guys who have that mindset, it's a lot easier to work with guys. There's a lot less to work on. There are always a few technical things, but for me, the main thing what I challenge guys on is that mindset to be great. I believe in anything you try to do, if you're going to be good at it, you got to put hard work in. Everybody who has a job and whatever you work to do, whatever you work to serve and your purpose, like, you have to work hard at it to be effective, and that's the same here on the field. So we get guys with the right work ethic, getting better, growing, it's going to be easy.
with Ronald Darby's decision, would you like to add another veteran to get some depth in the cornerback room?
Yeah, for Darby, with the decision that he made to retire, I know what that decision is like. It's not an easy decision, but I just want to wish Darby the best. I know it's a very difficult time to step away from the game that you love whenever that decision comes, whether, it's voluntary or it's your body saying you can't do it. It's difficult because you've done it for such a long time, and I don't take that decision lightly. And when it comes to us and how do we fill the position, yes, we'll look to add another corner. Whether it's a veteran or a younger player, whoever it may be, we'll look to add a guy. Yeah, Christian is working hard, and he'll be ready to roll for training camp.
Indianapolis with the combine, you talked a lot about wanting to change the culture and kind of the mindset of the offensive line room. How have you seen that develop, albeit not in pads right now? Like, what are you able to change right now?
That's a great question. Our offensive line, the mindset, I see it drastically changing. I see Coach Cole Popovich, his instant impact on those guys. You can see it from the way they work in their individual drills, the way they come off the line with low pads. It's just the small technique things that you see, how they're dialed in on their hand placement, just speaking the same language. One of the coolest things I've seen when we were working out in phase 2, we work out, we activate our guys here in the bubble, and we all travel outside to do our different drills. And to see the O-line come out, and whoever was out first, they waited on the other guys. And they joined together as a group, and then they traveled down to the opposite end of the field to do their position work. So that just shows me that togetherness, that connection that I truly believe in. You want to be a great unit, you have to be connected. So Cole has kind of spurred that connection, that intensity, the mentality that I'm looking for. And we have that. We have the intangibles of what it takes. Now we just got to go out and get it done when we put pads on. Cool. All right.